Hey there, folks. Seems like I can only seem to get to the horoscopes either at 2 a.m. or really early at like 8. I guess between that time I'm just off socializing like the little Sag butterfly I am. Yes, deep down I am a effervescent, beautiful Sagittarius who, sometimes is just a little, little pony. I'm just a little pony exploring the field. Anyways, so welcome to today's forecast, horoscope, and tarot. I feel like I should show off my cute little dress that I wore tonight. um, Moon's still in Aquarius. Not a whole lot of shifting of planets, but there's a square going on between Saturn and Jupiter. Yes, Saturn being in Scorpio and Jupiter being in Leo, and then we're preparing for this larger full moon, which is going to bring us a lot of emotional intensity because it is in Pisces. It's going to probably bring me a lot of emotional intensity with relationships because I have a Virgo rising, and that's the opposite. And so when it's in your opposite sign, it hits your 7th house, which is house of relationships. It's also squaring my family house because I'm a Sag, and so that's the 4th house for me, which is family. And so I'm interested to see what kind of family dynamics will be going on. I feel like things will be getting better. I hope they get better, especially between me and my sister. Happens. She's a Virgo too. Love her. So, to the cards. I was compelled to pull 5 today, so might be a big day. Just saying. Don't know what's going on with my camera. Okay, and there's my dress. Okay. Alright. Well, so we have the Page of Cups in reverse. A page brings messages, bears messages. And the Cups is an emotional sign. It's an emotional young man in his 20s or 30s. And in reverse, it may mean somebody who is not quite as mature or where he should be, or he's a bit reckless with his emotions. He's not, he's kind of maybe insecure, or just he's sloshing his cup around. He's not really in control of himself or what he should be. So there's that one. And then we have the 8 of Swords in reverse, which is good. That means breaking away from this mental, these mental thoughts, this mental prison that have been in, and perhaps it has to do with this person, maybe a friend or a romantic partner that is perhaps not so available as you wish they would be. And it's kind of like, well, you got to figure out where you're going to draw the line. But it seems like with this card, you're not so worried. You've kind of gotten out of that, like, shell of where you are freaking out about it, and you know kind of what you want to do. You've pulled those swords out of the ground, and you are taking them on your journey. Funny enough, we have 8 of Cups, so 8 and 8, very stable, or very kind of go with the flow number. 8 is a flow, because there's 4 and 4. It's a stable number. 8 of Cups, thinking about leaving a situation. Perhaps you're leaving the situation where you are worried about this Page of Cups and what kind of energies they're bringing into your life. Perhaps you were kind of not sure about a guy that it was in your life, and I say guy because usually the Page of Cups is a boy. uh, that he doesn't quite get it with his emotions, and he's not quite up to the standards that you wish, and so you were trying it out, and now you've decided it's not really the path that you want to go on. We have the King of Pentacles here, which is one of my favorite cards because this is the boss card. He is the Pimp Daddy card. He's sitting on his beautiful, gorgeous, golden throne with his pentacle behind him, and he is like just sitting in the money, and he's like looking off, and he's like, yes, look at me, look how proud I am in my beautiful gold throne. And I like to point out that he's not really looking at the moon there. He's kind of looking off away from the moon, and that usually signifies maybe he's not really registering with his emotions very much. And so this maybe is a very business-oriented man. So he's not so emotionally connected. And it's a very much of contrast to the other two cards that the cups cards that we had in the swords. So maybe it's kind of like you're deciding to deal with you want to be a pimp daddy, so you don't want to deal with all this emotional baggage that's kind of sitting around. And it's important to remember, pimp daddy doesn't register his emotions maybe as readily as someone else, because he's not trying to, he's trying to make that money. Oh yeah, he wants that money. The last card we have is the Ten of Wands, and that is like this guy. He's struggling up a hill, and he's got all his burdens, and it's kind of like he probably could lighten his load, but maybe he's just a bit too darn stubborn to want to give up the pride of having all those wands and getting those wands to the top. So I want to say, you have a journey that is requiring a lot of concentration, a lot of mental clarity, and don't let romantic entanglements really entwine in that today. I feel like it's kind of, you got enough stuff on your plate. Focus on being your pimp daddy self, and leave the cups behind. It's kind of a harsh message, but I feel like that's kind of where it's at. I mean, it kind of rings a little bit personal for me too, but who doesn't at all? I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, share, send me messages, tell me what you think I could do better, I suppose. And I hope you enjoyed me and myself, and have a great day. Good night.